Has this ever happened to you? You're scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or maybe even YouTube, and an ad comes up, and it's an ad for a product that you would love to buy. It's so creepy. It's almost like they were listening to your thoughts. It's almost as if it was by design that this ad found you. Well, newsflash, it was by design. Hi, I'm Micah, and I started a marketing company. Today, we're going to be talking about customer personas, what they are, how to use them, and then we're going to use an AI-generated example to showcase real-world scenarios of how they can be used. So, to start out with, what is a customer persona? Customer persona is a character or avatar that is created to represent the ideal customer that you're trying to sell your product or service to. In other words, who is most likely to convert from a potential sale to an actual sale? For instance, I like Beyonce. My wife loves Beyonce. Now, if you're trying to sell Beyonce merchandise, you probably want someone more like my wife than me. Even though I like her, I may even buy it. Your time, your energy, and your money would be best spent on the person that's most likely to purchase your product. So, how do we actually break down a customer persona? Well, I'm going to include a worksheet down below that you can download to help organize your thoughts. That being said, when I'm creating a customer persona, I like to organize things into 4 categories. Category number 1, this is going to be the most basic, identifying who your avatar is. In this category, we want to look at marketing research to consider a few different things. We want to look at demographics to see who's most likely to purchase in our industry, with our competitors, and within our own company's history. Number 2, we want to identify goals and challenges for the individual we're creating. Simply put, this category is explaining what the challenge is that this individual is facing and what their goal is to overcome this challenge. For instance, someone with a gluten intolerance may find it difficult to eat anything with bread. Their goal may be to find bread products that are gluten-free. The third category is going to be motivations and values. This category is going to speak to the type of product that the avatar is most likely to purchase. Does it need to be eco-friendly? Does it need to be cruelty-free? What are things that inspire them in their everyday life? The last category is behaviors. We're looking at specific habits that an individual may have that will influence how we want to sell this product to them. So to recap, we're creating a story for a fictional character. We want to know who they are. We want to know what their challenges and goals are. We want to know what they value and what motivates them. And lastly, we want to know what their behaviors are day to day. An important thing to note is the level of time and effort you put into this is going to directly affect what you get out of it. If you're wanting to get that level of precision, that aha moment where it's like, oh my God, how did this company know to advertise to me? Well, then you need to be really specific when you're going through these 4 categories. Now, as an example, I've used ChatGPT to create a fake scenario where we are a skincare company called Glow Skincare, and we're trying to develop out our ideal customer persona. Now, AI has generated who this is going to be, but I've used the example that it's created and developed it out to show you the type of thinking that you want to enlist when creating this. So like I said, we're a skincare company called Glow Skincare. So, who are we selling to? According to AI, the market research shows that we want to be selling to a 30-something-year-old woman. So the example we were given is for a woman named Sarah, who's 30 years old, is a very successful marketing manager who travels often, makes over $90,000, grew up in an urban city, and has a very accomplished educational background. She graduated with honors, and her interest in food are the following. Sarah loves fitness, she's health conscious, she's fashion forward, and she loves skincare. Okay, so that's a really good basic framework for deciding who they are. We don't necessarily want to pull this out of thin air. Again, we're taking time to consider who this ideal customer is. What would they most likely be doing? What would their interest have to be to buy your product? And what is their background? Take some time to consider this. Look into your own market research, your own customer history to see who's purchasing your product. Now that we've got that, let's go ahead and move on to category number 2. If you remember, this was the goals and challenges section. So using this particular example that I was given, what's a challenge that Sarah may face? Well, from the example I was given from AI, Sarah is traveling most of her time for her job. She's extremely successful, and in that success is required to move all over the country. So what's a challenge that Sarah could face? Well, one challenge that she may face is consistency. If you're constantly moving around, it may be difficult to have a simple routine that you're following, especially for skincare. You're changing time zones, potentially you're changing work hours, and there may be a limited amount of things that you can pack. All of these things could be potential challenges that Sarah faces. So, a goal that Sarah may have is to have a very simple routine and a very small amount of products that she can carry with her and still have effective results. All right, perfect. So we're already halfway through on this. All right, so now let's take a look at category number 3, values and motivations. What is it that's something that Sarah may value? Well, so let's take a look back at who she is. We've already stated that she cares about a healthy and wholesome lifestyle. So some things that she might care about are cruelty-free and eco-friendly products, things that aren't going to be harming the environment or other living things. And what's her motivation? Well, if she likes having a healthy lifestyle, her motivation might be that skincare is an important part of overall health, thus prompting her to buy quality products that are effective for her skin. The last thing we want to look at is going to be the behaviors that Sarah has. So we can look at a couple different things here. Let's start with Sarah's shopping habits. Because she's constantly on the go, she's most likely to purchase online. It's faster and it's more convenient with her lifestyle to be doing online purchases. As a marketing manager, she's very aware of what's trending and can be found on social media frequently. I think it's safe to say from what we've developed from Sarah so far, she's also a very educated and very competent consumer. So that may mean that she may care about word of mouth recommendations or recommendations from people she may trust. This could be a family member, this could be a friend that she follows, or this could be an influencer that she trusts. When you take the time to develop out these categories, but specifically the behaviors of the consumer, this is where we can start getting really specific with our targeted ads. Hopefully this example has helped you realize how we can tailor our messaging to a specific individual and the value in doing that. To recap one last time, we went over what a customer persona is, how you create one, and then we looked at an example that was generated from AI. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up or subscribe. I'll be working to make sure we have good quality content coming for you in the future. Thanks again, guys.